Lucy Biggers, social media editor at the Free Press, former Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez supporter, is with us now. Lucy, appreciate it. I say over and over again to my Republican friends who are gleeful that they can define Democrats as socialists now, that the media was foolish to dismiss Donald Trump in 2016, and we would be foolish again to dismiss this socialist movement inside the Democratic Party in 2025. Do you agree?
I definitely agree, and thank you so much for having me on. Over at the Free Press, we've been reporting on this for months. One of our reporters, Olivia Reingold, was really on this beat, and the way she was covering his campaign and the way Mamdani was attracting crowds just walking through the city. And she said months ago, like, there's something here, and I think we see Cuomo trying to do whatever he's doing, resuscitating some sad campaign, and Mamdani's got the energy and the hype, and he should be taken seriously.
I think this guy, Omar Fatah, should be taken seriously as well. I have a friend in Minneapolis, very involved in politics, said the same thing, that it was written off as a fluke or as a, sort of this wacko guy, and now all of a sudden he might win. If you think about how Trump identified this anger within working class, and began with rural whites in 2015, but rural voters, traditional value voters in 2015, the class that I see being identified by Democrats is this credentialed, entitled class who has 4 degrees in comparative literature, buys $9 coffees, and then complains they can't afford rent, and they too are angry. Is that who Mamdani is speaking to?
Yeah, I mean, that was the class and group of people I used to identify with back in 2018 when AOC got elected. I made a huge viral video about her campaign that really blew up. I was a big supporter of AOC, the Green New Deal, free college, Bernie Sanders. And yeah, I think it's the college-educated elite. We could see from the exit polls, he did the best among people making, I'm saying off the top of my head, but I want to say it was like $100,000 a year, and mostly white people. He didn't win the working class communities. And I get it. There's this desire for change, but unfortunately, we've seen with every city or country that tries socialism, it's the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It never ends well. And so it's really scary. I think it's really scary to see people like Mamdani taking off, because it's not going to end well for cities like New York.
Well, it didn't end well for Caracas, Venezuela, Havana, Cuba, just to name a few. This from Barack Obama. I think it's going to require a little bit less navel-gazing and less whining and being in fetal positions, and it's going to require Democrats to just toughen up. I don't know what that means. Do you?
I don't know what it means. The Democrats are so lost. I think you see Cuomo right now. It's like, what are you standing for other than the fact that you hate Trump? And I think that's where you have to give like the Mamdanis of the world credit, because they actually are standing for something. They're standing for really stupid ideas, but they have a policy. And I think people are really hungry for that populism on the left. And it's taking this form of this socialism. I don't know what the Democratic elite of the last decade stand for. They really just hate Trump, but they're elites. They don't want socialism, but they can't then give Trump any credit when he does anything right. So they're very lost, and then they're also sort of caught up, and they don't want to say the wrong thing to be canceled, so they say nothing. So they're very lost, and I think this is why Mamdani, I think, could win, and this is going to be what's going to be the future of the Democratic Party, which hopefully it will never, get big enough to create a national stage.
We got to learn more about this Fatah guy in Minnesota, but there is a chance that Barack Obama is going to become the George W. Bush of the Republican Party, which is wild when you think about that. Lucy, this was great. As always, we'll talk soon.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.